In today's tutorial, I want to show you step by step how to create this design. If I add my mouse over here, you can see that our image here is scrolling. This is a 4-part mini-series. In part 1, we did an example with a laptop. So this is part 2, which is going to be a mobile device. So be sure to subscribe because we are going to be releasing part 3 and part 4 very, very soon. Hi, my name is Mac from the Plus Add-ons for Elementor team. Every week we produce WordPress tutorials, so be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification if you want to be a professional designer. Let's dive in and let me show you how to get started. One of the quickest ways you can use our designs is by going to the Plus Add-ons website, and then you can copy the layout and paste it on your website. Let me show you how you can do this. So over here, I'm on our Plus Add-ons website. So I'm just going to scroll down and look for the layout that we're going to be working on. So let's say this is our example of the layout. You notice that when I hover over here, we get this copy. So I'm going to click here to copy. So for this to work, you need to have the Plus add-ons for Elementor installed on your website. So over here, I've created my section here. I'm going to right click and then click on Plus Paste. So if we take a look at our site here, you can see that this has been copied and pasted successfully. All you have to do now is to go in and add your images so that you can replace what we have here by default. Okay, so I'm just going to delete this one and then go back and show you how you can do this one more time. And this time we are using this layout. So again, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to click on copy, come over here to my site, right click and paste. So there you go. I've just pasted it. Now we're also going to need our header part. So I'm going to come back over here. I can copy this header part as well. Back over here. And then I can just right click and plus paste. Okay, so now that it's pasted here, all I have to do now is to drag it into position. So I'm just going to click here and drag this. So now I prefer to have it here at the top. But of course, you want to build this from scratch. So let me show you how to do this from scratch. So I'm going to go ahead now and delete this. The next step now is to click here on this plus button, and I'm going to choose my structure here. So I'm going to go with that. Okay, so over here, I need to search for dynamic device. And here it is. I'm going to drag and drop it here. So by default, we have the MacBook, as you can see, but we have the ability to come in here and choose different devices. So here we have different sizes of your MacBook Pros. But for this example, we are going to be working with mobiles. I'm going to go ahead and select it. Now here as well, we have different sizes. So we have the iPhones and we also have the S9s, the Samsung S9s. So the one I'm going to go with here is iPhone X Black. I'm going to go ahead and select it. Now you can see here it's gone in very, very large. So what I need to do now is to resize this. I'm going to come over here and then I'm going to adjust my width until I have my desired size. So now that I have this, the next step now is to head over back to our content tab, and we need to now add our media. So what I'm going to do in this example is I'm going to go to this website called Pickwe. So I'm going to choose a site here that I'm going to paste in so I can get our screenshot. So the site we're going to use is Stripe. So I'm going to copy the Stripe URL and then come back and paste it over here. I need to make sure I have the right sizes. So I'm going to make sure that this is set to full size. And then over here for our width, this needs to be 480 since this is a mobile. So once I've done that, I'm going to now go ahead and click on capture screenshot. So this now is going to capture the whole site, but in those dimensions. Excellent. So you can see here that this has been captured and we have the complete site. So now I need to save this on my computer. I'm going to right click and then click on save image as, and I'm just going to save it as that and click on, in fact, I need to save this to my desktop and then I'm going to click on save. Okay, so now that I've saved this, I need to go back now onto my site, and this is where we need to add our image. So I'm going to click here and then go to upload files and then select files. So here is my file on my desktop. I'm going to double click on that, click on insert media. All right, so now our image has been inserted, but this doesn't look right, but I'm going to fix it in a moment by coming over here to style. So what we need here is to go to device background and make sure that scroll is set to on. So now we're going to see that we have our complete image. And when I mouse over here, you can see it's scrolling. Okay, so we're almost done, but now we need to add our mouse. So I'm going to come over here. So this is the mouse cursor that we need. I'm just going to scroll down because this needs to go right below our mobile phone here, like that. So with this selected, I can now come over here and choose my cursor. So I'm going to click here on this plus button. So I have a cursor here already added. So I'm going to go ahead and select this and then click on insert media. Now, in your case, if you don't have a cursor inserted, you can download your own by heading over to a website called Flat Icons. So you can download it and then add it over here. It doesn't have to be this shape. It can be pretty much any shape. Okay, so now that I've added this, I'm going to click on update. Now remember, we have several options here of displaying our content in our mobile device. So at the moment, it's set to image. I can click here on this drop down and I can choose iframe. So this is where I get to paste my URL for a website that are of my choice. And this now is going to show in my device. So I can actually scroll through this and I can actually see. Now this example here is AppSumo. So you can choose any type of website you want and this could show up in here. I'm sure you can agree with me that this is really exciting stuff. So this is a 4-part series. This is part 2. So be sure to subscribe to get notified when we release part 3. So let's say you want to add your own devices. So this is very easy. All you have to do is to head over here to custom, click over here, and then you want to click here and add your image. So if I click here, this is where you can add your image. But the question now is, how do we find our images? Okay, so I use a website called pngtree.com. So once you get to this website, you can search for, let's say, mobile. So what you need here is an image here with without a background, because we want that when we add our image, it's shown in the background. So these are the ones that you want to choose. And also make sure that this is cropped edge to edge so that our image only shows right in the middle. So once you've saved this, you need to save it as a PNG, by the way. You make sure it's cropped. And then once you're back here on your website, you just click here to upload your custom device. And then this is going to work pretty much like all our devices that we're using in this example. So be sure to head over to the plusaddons.com. We have many widgets that can enhance your web designs and make your websites look really awesome and professional. If you found this video helpful, please go ahead and hit the subscribe and bell notification. By doing so, you'll be notified when we release new tutorials. Till next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.